Hey guys, Coach Brent here. Quincy will be in here in a second. We're coming in doing a private before class. And I just was thinking to myself, and I wanted to put this out there and put it on our feed, is to talk about the philosophical side of what it means to say, always giving pressure. Okay, so listening to Professor and studying with him for the past few years and just learning from him philosophically and technically, one thing it always clicks in my head that he teaches more than just moves or techniques for a situation. He teaches overall philosophy from Jiu-Jitsu to fit into your worldview or to fit into your life, to make Jiu-Jitsu to make you a better person, building good people, right? And so I'll start on the technical side. Always giving pressure doesn't mean you're always laying on somebody. There's always a point of control. There's always a point of position. There's always a point of pressure that keeps you in control of somebody else. There's times when you got to be tight, and there's times when you got to be loose. There's times when you got to smash, and there's times when you got to be able to move and transition. So it's a very vast, deep subject, but you're always giving pressure, right? The second thing is the philosophical side. Okay, so mental toughness only comes by giving pressure. I was thinking about this today. There's times when we have intense, crazy hard workouts and everybody's pushed to the maximum mentally. Because if you quit, you just stop doing it, you sit down, you make an excuse, you're not growing. As soon as it got to the point to where you're going to grow and stretch, you stop growing. So, everybody say hi to Quincy real quick. So giving pressure has something to do also with pushing the few steps farther than you thought you could go. I'm not saying hurt yourself. I'm not saying any of that. What I am saying is you usually can go a little farther than you thought you could. The second thing I want to say is that when every kid, and I heard this from Jack, I think, and it was a pretty good reference, and that's why I want to use it. Every kid falls off his bike, gets hurt, cries, and goes to his mom. Okay? Mental toughness, whether it be in a fight or anything else, has to be a total resolve to figure out what's going on and not quit, right? So, in an everyday situation, when you come across obstacles, everything's falling apart. Sometimes, and everybody succumbs to this to some level, they'll just quit. They'll give up, they'll sit back, they'll drink themselves to death, and they give up. They give up on life. They just do the bare minimum just to survive. Okay, that's not what Jiu-Jitsu is about, and that's definitely not what your life should be about. So when the stresses come, in Jiu-Jitsu we have problem solving. And when that problem solving comes about, and it comes about on the fly, you learn how to make good decisions, good practices, and good habits. This is a growing process. It's not a perfect process, and I'm still learning, and I've been applying more and more over the past few months especially. So when you're looking at these aspects of always giving pressure, let's do an example, okay? So you're pushing through in a hard workout. You're just refuse to just give up to a pressure tap, okay? When you tap to pressure, you're not going to die from pressure. It might suck, but you're not going to die. But people will tap all the time to it. They gave up on themselves. And you can learn from that. If you're the guy who taps, you say, okay, I know I'm not going to die from this. I'm not tapping next time. You might have an anxiety attack. You might get frustrated, but you're going to grow. Okay, you're going to end up being able to handle that position. You're going to end up being able to escape, and then you're going to be able to dominate somebody from there. So there's a growth process in the whole situation. But your mindset has to be on always giving pressure. I'm going to use Quincy as an example. And I'm not saying that everybody can, we have set days and set times, but Quincy's been in here for multiple private lessons before he got promoted and more since he's gotten promoted. And just because he wants to continue to grow and fix holes and get better. Not everybody is in a position time-wise or financially to do such a thing, but I would say that most people can do more than they already are. I'm not saying if the shoe fits, I suppose wear it, but you're not giving yourself the pressure you need to grow if on the time that you could be here, you're not here. If something else is just a little more important and you're not here, there's only so many days in a week to train. Okay, so plan accordingly. If this is a goal, make it according to your goal. If you want to get good at jiu-jitsu, you have to put time in. That's just the way it is. It takes time, it takes training, it takes effort. So I want to see people start giving themselves more pressure. Okay, I don't want anybody to be shamed into training or shamed into this. Set up a few goals every week. Like this week, my goals have been to stay on intermittent fasting. Okay, so my timing throughout this week, and to run, and to, and I've been, I think, Quincy, how many training sessions do you have in just in the past week?
4 or 5.
4, and this makes 5. And then we got class after this. So just since last Thursday, I have 9 training sessions in since last Thursday. So keep that in mind. If jiu-jitsu has to be a part of your life, for me, it's a different part of my life. I'm an instructor, and my goal is to make my students better and always to improve myself. However, when you're looking at something, if you're setting a goal, if all you can do is 2 days and come in, make sure you never miss those 2 days, ever. Okay? Just know that you're not going to let yourself miss those 2 days. But you'll never get better if you come for a month, and that you'll get better, but you're not going to get really good. If you come for a month, take 3 weeks off, come in once or twice, and then it's just half-hearted. That's not going to make you better. Being on the mats, staying on the mats, and being consistent will provide the growth you need to be the martial artist you want to be. Hopefully this made sense. I just kind of want to throw it out there. I was thinking about what Professor Zizinho was saying earlier in the chat room about motivation. Motivation moves mountains. Motivation is giving yourself pressure. You make goals, you achieve your goals, and then you make more goals. Long-term goals, intermediate goals, and daily goals. Sometimes hourly and minute goals, especially in those hard training sessions. I just have 2 more minutes of this round to go. Survive. Just survive. Just keep fighting. Keep moving. All right. With that said, I'll see you guys later. Os.